Select one underlined word or phrase that needs to be changed to make the sentence correct, or indicate that none of the underlined parts are an error. In China, many children are forced to work in sweatshops, and many have to work up to 16 hours per day, which put them at risk of injuries and exhaustion. Let's go through each choice to see if there's a mistake that needs correcting. B. Children are forced to work in sweatshops. There are no errors in this phrase. Everything is spelled correctly, and it's in the passive tense, which is appropriate here as the point of the sentence is not to discuss who is forcing these children to work, but simply the fact in itself that they're being forced to work. This choice can be marked as incorrect. C. And many have to work. Again, we don't see a mistake here. Many and much are words that can sometimes get confused, but in this context, many is correct. To understand why, we need to review the concepts of count nouns and non-count nouns. Count nouns are nouns you can count, such as 6 eggs, 9 hours, 4 ideas, etc. Non-count nouns are, like their name, nouns that you can't count, such as water, food, homework, etc. When discussing count nouns, we use many, like I have many eggs, and when discussing non-count nouns, we use much, like I have so much homework. As we can see, in this sentence we're discussing children, which is a count noun. This being the case, many is correct in this context, and we can mark this choice off. And D, which put them at risk. Here we see a tense error. The word put is attached to the relative pronoun which in this case stands in for the situation, for example. Because this sentence is in the present tense, which we see from the other verbs, are forced and have to, we need to make sure this verb syncs up and is also in the third person singular present tense. With that in mind, we can see that we'd need this word to be puts, as in the situation puts them at risk. Because this phrase has an error, we can go ahead and mark choice D as our final answer.